Ooh, this energy, y'all. I'm getting here. Somebody thought you knew something, right? Somebody assumed that you were already like maybe tapped into something, is what I'm getting here. And then I'm getting here an unexpected outcome. So, like, this wasn't supposed to happen this way, is what I'm getting here. Y'all, I had to jump in here because this energy today is heavy with a realization, is what I'm getting here, okay? So, this is, I'm getting here, they thought you knew. Somebody really did, and I kept hearing that. So let's go ahead and get in here and see what is going on, because I am seeing someone in your energy who is actually in a state of shock right now. I'm getting here, they were operating under this massive assumption, right, that because you're so tapped into like people's feelings, or it's like you can just like read energy, okay, and things like that, that and that you're so like this rare breed, is what I'm getting, that they didn't have to actually speak their truth. So it's like, oh, you already feel me type of energy, right? So that's what I'm getting here. They thought maybe you were reading their mind, and because of that, I feel like things took a turn that wasn't supposed to happen. You see where, y'all, welcome back to the channel, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. You guys, this is a general message. So as always, please remember to only take what resonates and leave the rest. Please always use your discernment and your intuition. You guys, I'm seeing that this is like some type of like turning point that unexpectedly happened, right? So this is someone, I feel like, that's, they view you as somebody that's kind of like this all knowing. You pick up on a lot of things. They notice that. They've observed you, right? So it's like this mystic type of energy, right? But because I'm getting here, this card coming out in reverse, that knowing energy, right? That deep knowing. I'm getting here for them. They use this like what you have, like, I want to say, like, they see it as like these powers or something like that, right? That you have that is very uniquely yours, okay? But they use this maybe as an excuse not to be vulnerable, not to communicate, not to let you really know what's up, right? Or where they're at. So I'm getting here, it's like while they were sitting over here like assuming, right? You just knew how they felt. You were over here making a conscious choice to let things happen organically. So there's an organic approach that you took towards this connection. Even though I feel like you do pick up on things, there's a lot of knowing, right? But then there's also that element of free will and privacy and, just letting things happen, okay? So allowing somebody to be themselves and just letting things unfold the way that they need to, because you already know which yours is not going to miss you. Okay. You operate in that energy of, the law of attraction. So you guys, I feel like in this realm, intuitively awakened starseed, there is so much control. There's so much ego, right? So with that, it's like this person, that's what they could be accustomed to. But I feel like maybe your approach is so much different because you just, you attract, you don't chase. Oh, okay. So you guys, that was something. All right. So I'm getting here. It's like, you, because you weren't doing that, right? You weren't forcing, you don't force outcomes, you don't try and manipulate outcomes, right? So it's like you call in what is for you. You realize that, you're not calling in with for someone else. You want exactly what is for you to fit like a glove, baby. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So I feel like that is unique, especially in these times, right? So many smoke and mirrors, um, people doing things to get what they want and type, it's just like that type. But I feel like you don't operate in that type of energy, okay? So you weren't trying to hack the connection, right? You weren't trying to splice wires and, do things behind the scenes to get this person to be or get something to be, or something to happen, or to get an outcome, to get a reaction. You weren't trying to do any of these things, right? You was just in the flow state, all right? So now this may, you could actually come off a bit cold or maybe unfeeling in comparison to like what someone's used to. I'm going to say that. Intuitively awakened starseed, you guys. So please take it how it resonates here. But I'm getting here, you were just being, you just sitting in your energy. Now, for some of you guys, you could have moved on to other endeavors because of, somebody, maybe you felt as though this person didn't care because they didn't voice it. They didn't let you know. Or this could be this person that went off in another direction. You could have parted ways, right? This is a misunderstanding. Those signals cross, right? But again, it wasn't like you were trying to cause an unnatural outcome, right? Yeah. So, and wow. Okay. So, y'all, this, I feel like because you were so peaceful, you guys, it's almost like something was hidden or somebody felt that way. All right. But I'm getting here, you stayed in your own lane. All right. And it's like, again, not infringing upon someone's free will. So it's like you want somebody to be exactly who they are, and you to be exactly who you are, and you just accept each other for that. That's what I'm talking about, right? So sometimes things can go so easy, especially when you operate in a very rare energy. But I feel like this came with, a lot of experience, okay? Because a lot of times people do want to all of a sudden begin to control something or evoke some type of reaction from, someone, or, just that's what I'm getting here. But that, y'all, please feel me on this. That's ego. And when you try and control that outcome by any means, whether it's up front, behind the scenes, all of that stuff, that's when you create the problem, right? But I feel like some of you guys know that, right? Because when you're given something, when you've attracted something, that's because you were supposed to. It's you when you didn't do anything, it just showed up and it's a vibe, it's a bop. Like, yes, that's what I'm talking about, right? But I feel like the other person was maybe like, oh, well, when's going the cloak and dagger going to come out or something like that? When you going to start playing games? There is no game. There is none. How about that? Right? So, yeah. So I'm getting here. Someone maybe has drawn or drew the wrong conclusion, right? I'm getting here like they thought your peace meant you didn't care, right? That's the energy that I'm getting, and you could give that off, right? Yeah. So it's like, being free in a connection, romantic or any other connection, just being able to be yourself and go for yours type of energy, be happy, okay? That's true bliss in this realm. I'm telling you what, okay? So, I'm getting here. I just kept hearing like miscommunications lead to complications, okay? Somebody could feel silly because they realized they just lost one. I'm hearing this song, okay? Universal law is showing up here, okay? And I'm getting here, it's something about, again, respecting the privacy of one's thoughts and how they choose to move, right? But that's respecting differences and all of that good stuff. And it takes time to get to know people and to merge and things like that. So I feel like you're on that frequency where somebody could definitely be still stuck in like this, maybe earth realm, or not that they want to be, but that's the conditioning, right? Yeah. Okay. So just the way you are type of energy. All you got to do is show up as who you are. Oh, wow. Okay, so y'all, I'm getting here. Maybe they thought your silence was a no. Um, but this wasn't supposed to happen this way. But I feel like their own fear, and this could be you or your person, so please take it how it resonates, right? Because these messages are definitely meant to help. We uncover the good, the bad, the ugly, okay? And it's all with love, all right? Yeah. but it's also about, accountability so that you can move forward and you can grow, right? Yeah. So, but I'm getting here, somebody thought that you declined maybe an offer or something like that. And maybe this was an offer that you didn't see, because I feel like you were just in the moment. You weren't looking for all of these other, like, I feel like, signs. You just wanted to be in this, enjoying your earth realm experience and letting things happen from a very natural standpoint, okay? But that's where the signals got crossed, right? Because I feel like someone could be used to a background of something being very apparent through chaos, right? Yeah. So, and I feel like, you guys, it's like their own fear made them look at you and see maybe a closed door when it was really just an open, quiet, peaceful space, a safe space, right? Yes. So look at this. Yes. See there? You, I'm getting here. Some of you guys, you definitely turned off your superpowers and you just went into, just having this experience, right? And allowing someone else to have their experience. But I feel like, whatever, it's like something maybe didn't take off or something, it's just like somebody never communicated to you, they never verbalized to you something, and I feel like maybe you went in an opposite direction and they could have went in an opposite direction as well, right? But there's something there still at the core, at the nucleus, right? Yeah. So I'm getting here that it's like you you guys, the energy I'm getting here, it's like it wasn't hidden. It really wasn't. But I do feel like there is a need for some type of communication. Something is hanging in limbo, something is hanging in the balance. Someone is hurting unnecessarily as well, right? So this could have been like you have like elevated, you're in a different space, and now this person is just now showing up in that space, right? So you just wavy, cool, chill, relax type of energy, babe, is what I'm getting here. And it's like, whoever this other person is like, what the fuck? What is happening here? Okay? Like, ooh, they don't care, they don't, but it couldn't be further from the truth, is what I'm getting here. But it's a different kind. It's pure, right? Yeah. So this unexpected outcome, they didn't know. This could even be somebody that messed up, you know, because they didn't know. I just heard attention seeking. I don't know, you guys. But there needs to be words, there needs to be a conversation instead of like trying to read things through all of these different nuances, right? That's what I'm getting here, you guys. Um, I feel like the cold hard truth is definitely hitting someone right now, right in the face. All right, is what I'm getting here. Like that cold water, just a splash in the face is what I'm getting here. Wake up call, all right? They are realizing that it's like your intuitive nature, all right, isn't a tool for them to hide behind, all right? They're realizing that if they want like that rare breed energy that you bring in their life, they have to actually show up in the 3D speak, is what I'm getting here, all right? Um, I'm getting here, the realization is you weren't ignoring them. No, you weren't, okay? You weren't just waiting for them to, I feel like, or you could have been like, it's like you were just waiting for them to be someone of their word, man, woman, male, female, however that, shows up, okay? But I'm seeing here, there is, a realization. I'm getting here, a type of healing is taking place. The light is shining. Somebody is seeing this now. Hindsight's 2020, y'all, okay? But again, it's not that you are out here manipulating outcomes. And I feel like that's a rarity. No shade. But it's like because so many people, they want what they want. And a lot of people, they call in things that aren't for them. And then that turns into like absolute misery. So I feel like, maybe in this plane or another, you have definitely mastered that lesson, and you've mastered the piece of knowing that you attract what you are, and also too what you, it's all about frequency, and you're going to call that in, right? And I feel like, something isn't over, or I don't feel like it's a missed opportunity, but I do feel like the signals were crossed, right? Because somebody assumed that you knew, thought that you were, tapped in. But again, there is rules, laws, and things like that that apply to people that do possess these types of intricate gifts, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm getting. So, you guys, this is the energy. That's a heavy energy that I'm picking up on, and it's like two people, one in each corner. But why? And it's because of what hasn't been said, right? Autonomy is on the line, and that's very important, right? Um, I'm picking up on this energy here. There is a healing that is happening, but it is happening on a different type of terms, right? Um, so I'm getting here, again, to stay true, but also to keep that vibe high, right? Because you let the universe handle the other options, right? So that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up on, you guys. Now we are going to take a look here at the oracle and see what we get. But this is like really type of trippy energy, right? Because sometimes it can, something can feel so easy that it's like, hold up, this is a setup, or you got to have something else going on here, or either you're not really tapped in because you're not acting wild, crazy, playing games, cloak and dagger. You ain't trying to, steal my money. You ain't trying to, do little things, playing in my face. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. But you don't need to do all of that. That's when it's real. All of that, just need to be in the moment, enjoying the moment, right? Yeah, let's get some oracles and see what we get here, you guys. Wow. I feel like that's just respecting the other person. Come on, it's about respect. Oh, okay. But this is an unexpected outcome, is what I'm getting here. So, you guys, somebody could feel like they lost one, a good one, or something like that, and they can't handle that. Maybe there was some type of manipulation exposed. I don't know. Okay. For someone. Okay. And someone's trying to wrap their psyche around that. So you could have found somebody in a situation, right? You could, maybe you are like, I don't know, like the light or something like that. Okay. To whereas somebody has been going through maybe a difficult cycle, and then you show up. I just heard true blue. What else we got here? Oh, please give us more. Something's going on here in the collective is what I'm getting here, okay? So I'm seeing it. Whoa. Messages from the universe of you recognizing your higher power. Yeah, you're different, okay? Um, I'm getting here in how you're being supported. Something about somebody has the ability to see the bigger picture, and it's like putting someone else first. So, it's like giving me the, oh, when it comes to love, tell me I ain't tapped in, y'all. Look at that. Show tenderness and devotion, to care, to connect, to take something as part of yourself, right? To be one with all. Okay, so this is all about, you love yourself, you love nature, you love everything, right? Things have come full circle for someone, and it shows. It stands out, okay? You even possess the ability to like be like just care. Even if you're not with someone, you still want the best for them type of energy. That's what I'm getting here, okay? Yeah, so I'm getting here to claim, take space, and remain honest. Stay in that energy, okay? Because you're drawing in exactly what you are and what you deserve. What else we got here? Please give us more, okay? What else we got? True intentions. That's what I'm picking up on. Somebody's here, okay? But I'm getting here what you aim to achieve, what you seek, what you manifest, yup, in life. or what you commit to carrying out in the future. All right, is showing up, or this is showing up with someone else coming into your energy. Someone may not recognize it. Mm-hmm. Because they're so used to something else. Ooh, no. Or it's like, it's just like really ripping the band-aid off of, I can't make it up. Wound showed up right when I said it. Ripping the band-aid off. Okay, so I feel like someone's been hurt in the past. I feel like a lot of us have. Okay, and I'm getting here, what is this, what is it, this wound that's been given to you is what you need to look at. And what is that, what is it that you still carry, and why it needs to be healed. So there is a shift happening. You're showing someone something. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, yeah. But they thought you, it's like they thought you knew, like, oh, you tapped in, you read nothing. No, there's more to this is what I'm getting here. Oh, something, there's integration. So to combine and make whole. I told you, I don't, yeah, there, I'm getting here to dissolve the tension and to include. And the tension is lost in translation. That's where the tension is at, right? A lot of things are misunderstood because of a lack of communication, right? Proper communication. So potential is here. I'm seeing here a new and innovative energy. Slay, battle, defeat, and overcome. All right. And stay motivated, right? Yeah, again, confirmation. There is a healing taking place to where you're going to be able to surrender, or this person's going to be able to surrender. Y'all, I'm getting here. They just didn't know. There's something, and this was an unexpected outcome that somebody didn't want to happen. But I'm getting here, allow yourself to soften, to give permission, to trust, and to open yourself up. Oh, that's for somebody, y'all. Intuitively Awakened Starseed. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave this message here. Thank you guys so much, as always, for stopping by. I appreciate you guys so much. Please don't forget to like the video, share the video, hype the video, and please subscribe to the tribe. Would love to have you. Okay, if you enjoy this perspective, and even if it didn't resonate with you, you know, please share it with somebody that does. Okay, yeah, because this is for your energy, the energy around you, energy close to you. Okay, so you guys, until next time, thank you guys so much. Love ya. Bye.